demons, my demons, welcome the fuck back. And again, I have to say, I am so sorry that the feed to Facebook for Reapers Underground and Black Flame Entertainment got somehow derailed. And you could have only catch the episode of Reapers Halloween Havoc part 1 on YouTube. So what I'm going to do after Tracks of the Damned, which is now, from what I can see, showing on Facebook right now. It's there. I can see it, and I know that you're able to see it.
I just clicked over to it, and it's just, well, all right, it finally caught up, because there for a second, it was just showing, like, the intro. I was like, wait a minute, they fucking already?
There's a delay. But for all of you Reapers Underground fans, I'm sorry about that. It's also showing on Black Flame Entertainment's Facebook page. So fuck hell yes. You cannot stop this devil. No matter what you do, I ain't ever going to be silenced. You know who I'm talking about. Anyway, here we are, demons and addicts of all shapes and sizes. This is the time to share this out to anywhere and everywhere there is a metal lover. It is time to get our metal on, and woo-wee, do we have some interesting news from the world of metal to bring to y'all tonight. And some new releases and things of that nature. So we're definitely going to bring you the best in underground metal. But hey, what's up there? I see you, Aaron. I do. I see you, Morty. You are there. We know because I've been very tight taint right now. I'm trying to make sure that everything is showing.
That's what I'm doing. Like every time I look over, I'm like a ping pong match. I'm clicking back and forth, making sure the shit's still there.
Right. It also shows that we're live on YouTube too. So guess what? Devil wins again. That's right. The number is 9. So here we are in the 9 o'clock hour to bring you all some really good metal news. But before we get up into this, we're going to take a quick commercial break to our brother over at Horror Struck Hot Sauce. Hotter than hell. Oh, you already heard it once tonight. If you were watching Reapers Underground on YouTube, you get your all asses over to horrorstruckhotsauce.com. He's got his own beef jerky now.
Well, God dang.
Let that sink in for a second. Yeah, I saw it on his Instagram today. I'm going to be trying to get us some samples so we can show you right here on Black Flame Entertainment Network. And I was like, ooh, you just, speak at my language. That's my road snack. That's my nightly snack at work. I don't know if any of y'all was on Reapers Underground this week and saw the photo I uploaded about, that you're in league with the devil. When you open your meat snack, and it has devil horns. And honest to say, I did not take a bite out of it either. It was literally, I opened it up and there's like the horn here and the horn on the other side, and the rest was straight down. I was like, woo, demon meat. Lizzie said she did. It's a funny picture. I urge you all to go over there and take a look at it. It's pretty fucking funny. I don't know, one of them random things that happens when I'm on the job. It's like, what the fuck? But anyway, hey, Luna Projects, what's going on? Good to see you. And everybody.
I just went and looked at it. It is kind of funny.
Dude, that's hilarious, is it not? I was like, are you fucking with me right now? This is ridiculous, but I love it. So, oh my goodness. There's so much news to get down to here. So I'll offer a first one. I didn't get to show this one yet. So Dave Mustaine has been very candid about how he feels towards all of the loyal fans over all these years. And let's face it, who would have thought that Megadeth would have made it this far as a band? But they have decided to go ahead and have this next album that's coming out be their final effort and closing a legacy that I don't know any other band that could have done that when you were the original guitarist of Metallica.
Yeah.
At the very start, it kicked out and then spit in the fucking eye of Metallica and say, well, guess what? I'm going to do it myself. And he did. And people can say whatever they want about Dave Mustaine. Yeah, we know he's been an asshole over the years. Yes, we do. We know. The man has been drunk or high or both throughout pretty much 1,000% of most of his career. Up until, let's say probably the last 10 years. But he's still an asshole. And we love him for that because that's what makes him Dave Mustaine. But there's a really big question, though. There's another founding member of Megadeth that is currently wondering, am I gonna be part of this final, show, since he was a founding member and unfortunately he was let go? David Ellefson. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I would hope he would be. I mean, just because you have bad blood in the past, and you don't mean you can't reconcile and give fans something to end everything that where it started.
Mm-hmm.
But hell, look at the back to the beginning. There were so many people there that played with Ozzy that have gone on their own separate. I mean, gone their own separate ways. I mean, I'd hope it would happen. Like, I'd be pretty disappointed if it didn't. But
go ahead.
Also, I like when bands will admit that it's time for them to. It's just their time. It's time for them to go out while they're still on top and give themselves time to have a life outside of touring.
Yes.
I love it when bands do that. Like, what I would like for them to still be around another fucking 50 years. Well, yeah, but damn, that's not how life goes.
No, and it really doesn't. But I almost have to wonder, though, can Dave set aside his feelings? Because if you remember, the reason David Ellefson was exited out of that band is because there was a scandal. There was an unfortunate scandal that happened there where he was doing a what are those things called? It's like cam fan or something like that. Where
where you
get to talk to a fan, and unfortunately it was this girl, and she's like, "Sure, you can jerk your gherkin," and he professes to do this, and come to find out she was underage. Got him.
Yeah, that's gonna throw a little bit of a monkey wrench in it, probably.
I would say so. I don't know. That's kind of the crazy part of it, right? The double side of the coin. Yeah. He was invited to play at Ozzy's final show. He played the Back to the Beginning live stream and concert. And and nobody said anything negative to him. You know what I mean? You get invited to play the biggest show on earth, legit. Why couldn't Dave, Mustaine allow Ellefson to come back for this final tour?
I never knew why he was out of there. I never kind of really looked into it. Like I said, I never knew why he got kicked. But.
See, you learned something new today.
Yeah. I mean, it's just going to have to be one of them.
Well, think about it. If you were Dave Mustaine, and that was the reason you kicked your band member out, are you going to put shit aside and let him come back?
Probably not. That minor word gets you in a lot of shit, and he got himself in a lot of shit.
He did. He truly did. And nobody wants to be known as, well, that was the reason that I left. Much as bad as Varg, killing a founding member of Mayhem. You don't want to be known for that shit.
That's what. So everybody knows there's a whole story behind that too. So, but there's a whole bunch of shit about Euronymous being Euronymous and all kinds of shit. So you can kind of go, but you can kind of go both ways with that that one. But
well, careful now. You don't want to go both ways.
You know what I mean.
I gotta fuck with you a little bit, man.
I know it. Take it up. But
I am your Friday night therapy, sir.
Oh yeah. Wait, this week I've had, I fucking need it.
I know. That's why we can't wait for the true Defiler to, come back.
Yeah, like
epic fashion.
I worked 3 days this whole week. My other days were spent on fucking jury duty. And I didn't get out of jury duty until 6:30 last night.
Shit. Tell me you're doing your civic duty. I mean, you already know the answer. We're not going to.
I was there for fucking. I got there. I got there at 9 o'clock yesterday morning. And I didn't get out of there till 6:30 last night. And them motherfuckers only paid me $10.
$10 to lose days of pay. People.
Thankfully, my job pays me to be there. But damn.
Oh, thank fuck. Because there's a lot of jobs that will not do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure
shit.
Won't.
I don't know. It's just threw my whole week off. So if I'm not my self, that's why. I'm gonna enjoy this 3-day weekend. I'm ass sleeping in tomorrow.
Yeah, you better. You know what I mean? You deserve it, brother. Absolutely, all the way.
I definitely needed the show tonight for sure. So.
Oh shit! Mortimer says David has his moments when he acts like he is Dennis Leary. Which David, Ellefson or Mustaine? Probably Mustaine.
Mustaine, probably. I love David. Like I love Megadeth, man. I like old Metallica. Like I said, anything after the Black Album, I really don't give two shits about. But I think Metallica would have been a lot different if Dave would have stayed, though.
I mean, you know the shredding power of this.
And I'm not taking anything away from Kirk. He's an amazing guitar player. He's just not Dave Mustaine. I don't know. I don't think he's going to. I think it's just going to be with the current lineup, and they're going to play their shows, and it's just going to be done. Hopefully they pull in some fucking amazing supporting bands, though, is what I'm
I hope so, too. And I hope they don't. I hope they bring some new blood in.
Like a passing of the torch style thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
kind of really, really fucking cool.
I wonder who they would pass it to, though. That's the thing.
thrash is still going.
Yeah.
But it's not
prominent anymore.
I was going to say it's not seeing any bands that are like in their 20s doing it. There really isn't. Maybe on the underground level, but not, getting so much spotlight because you can see, who's getting all the kudos right now. now, like who's really making waves. So, I mean, Creator's still going. So, shit, Megadeth's going to sit down, step over, Creator, take it.
I'd love for it to be Megadeth, Creator, and Exodus together. That would be
my
one
God.
hell of a
That would be the fucking unholy trinity.
I've already talked to Chad. I told Rebecca, like, we're going to have to put a little bit, figure out a way to put some funds aside because this Megadeth final tour comes around. We're going, goddammit. I ain't get to see Ozzy. At least I can see one of those.
Real. Why not? I mean, there's classic songs there.
Oh, yeah.
But all right, moving on to our next piece of news. What you got there, brother?
Are we gonna do the corn concert now?
How did I know you were chomping at that bit?
Man, I can't help it.
This is the absolute cat's pajamas.
I mean, at a fucking corn concert.
At a fucking corn concert. Are you telling me that Jay Devil got him so excited that he just had to whip it out? Look at the cops, man. Trying to get this.
I still want to know who punched him because it said another one said he got punched.
A fan.
I'm pretty sure it was a fan that got him.
It was a fan. It was a fan. And actually, I think that's a security guy. But no, a fan did come up and try to knock his punk ass out. Be like, hey, don't you be jerking off at the fucking corn concert. There's kids here.
New definition of knocking your dick in the dirt.
Oh my goodness. But boom.
I don't like, of all fucking places in a stadium at a corn concert, like you couldn't go to the fucking porta potty or the bathroom. You needed it that bad?
I mean, you don't see a girl sitting next to him. So what was his, what was getting him there is my question.
Mortimer said twisting his transistor.
Oh my goodness, yes. But seriously though, I mean, done fucking lost their minds, man. Just lost their minds.
Part of me just wants to say I hope he was fucked up on drugs and just decided to crank one out. Not that it's sober, but
I mean, you look at the guy. He looks like a possible I'm a closet serial killer. But and he was wearing shorts. That's even worse because that means it's going to get everywhere. But nothing in my mind, I think, or anyone else in this world that loves corn would ever think that somebody would just be so engrossed in the concert that he just needed to get off.
Again, we don't think.
We even ask the person next to them if they could help him out or anything.
Again,
it looks like I wish I could see who was surrounding him at the time, because obviously anyone that was sitting next to this guy is not sitting there right now because you got security and the police trying to get this fucker out of there.
We don't kink shame on these shows unless you do some weird shit like this. This is where you're gonna get shamed. This is where you're gonna get shit talked about, people.
And we thought that the scandalous couple that got caught on the kiss cam for Coldplay was big news. This shit's worse. He was dancing all by himself.
That's what I'm saying. At least in the 80s, he was getting like he was making a kid at a concert, not just spraying them everywhere.
Right. Exactly, man. This is absolutely ridiculous. I don't think, I've heard of, couples getting, a little bit down during a concert here and there over the last 50 years. And we don't mind that shit, but damn it, you got to do it by yourself. Then you need to just go. You don't do it during, like Morty said, "Twisted Transistor." That's not your song.
I want to hear what the Jonathan Davis has to say about it. Like, I want to hear a statement.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm so ready for this.
To see the comments roll in.
If Head has anything to do with it, he's going to try to lead him to the Lord.
Could you imagine J Devil saying, like, did he do it during All Day Long? All I think about is sex, Adidas.
That would be fucking perfect if he did, though. That would just make this story a lot better.
It literally would be the greatest story of all time. Yes. But I sure as hell would hate to be that guy going in front of a judge and having to explain why he's playing with his dill pickle at a Korn concert. Because you already know that you're going to get slapped with, public indecency. So, oh my goodness, what a crazy piece of metal news. We've never heard this before, and we have been through how many gathering of the Juggalos, and they've never made news other than, some people getting, maybe against their will, but never something quite like this. My goodness. Morty says, Reaper, sing my last comment, please. Where is, oh my goodness. Bust a nut, grab a bag of corn nuts and bust a nut.
God damn. Like, that would didn't pop up. I seen where he said that, and I'm trying to find it, and it wasn't there. I'm like, what is he talking about?
I wasn't sure either, but thank you for that. We totally appreciate that, brother. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that was by far the craziest fucking thing. But not as crazy as our dear number 3 this week. So many of us have had a long-standing love of WWE wrestling. We have been fans of WWE for as long as, my entire life. I've never stopped being a wrestling fan. And, unfortunately, this past Monday Night Raw happens to be in Birmingham, England. And
I'm getting pissed all over again. Like, I had fucking chill bumps. I'm getting so goddamn mad.
Birmingham, England is the home of the great godfathers of metal, especially one in particular that only passed away a month ago. So WWE, I have to say this. Why in the utter fuck would you hand Becky Lynch a microphone knowing that she had just turned heel? And I've been hearing all the shitty things she's been saying about every town they go into, that she's going to say the only good thing that Birmingham ever had died a month ago.
And at least he had enough sense to move away, pretty much. I'm like,
yeah, and then says that at least Ozzy Osbourne moved to LA, which is a much more proper place to live. And, I saw that shit and I'm thinking about, oh, WWE, you are about to lose your money. That is what's going to happen because Sharon is distraught, like over the top fucking distraught right now. She is going to fucking kill your company if she can. Why would you want to wish that on yourself?
Kelly dropped a bomb on Becky's ass, though, saying that Birmingham wouldn't piss on her to put her out if she was on fire.
Mm-hmm. and called her a fucking dirtbag. And to be perfectly honest, yes. How dare you? With an entire world that is still mourning the death of Ozzy Osbourne, would you think that it would be cool as a heel? I don't even care if you're a bad guy. You're going to attack something that has affected the world, though?
Which we all know wrestling's scripted. Everybody knows that. But
well, of course, the cat's out of the bag. But
she still didn't have to go out there and say it. She could have refused to say it too.
And she should have.
Yeah.
Which tells me she knew she would go viral.
Right, more than likely, yeah.
I guarantee, because from what I've heard and what I've read, Birmingham damn near bum rushed the fucking ring after saying something like that.
Did y'all see how many people was drinking during Ozzy's funeral? You imagine how many people are getting drunk in Birmingham, England at a fucking wrestling show. They're gonna fuck your world up if they catch the team.
Oh, they will. I'm surprised they didn't try to draw and quarter her ass right there. And I'm not inciting any kind of like violent behavior.
Oh, no.
You're talking about the birthplace of the largest hero of that town had just passed away, and the whole rest of the world is still grieving. Every country in the planet Earth. And WWE thought it was a good idea for her to make a shit comment regarding that death of that hero, that godfather, that husband, that father to the Osbourne family. Are you fucking kidding me? I can't wait to see the fallout of this thing. You know what I mean? You know what? Yeah. And Morty makes a really good point here too. He says, ask Triple H if he would let them disrespect Lemmy like
that's what I'm saying. Like, that was my whole thing. Like, everybody knows how much of a metalhead Triple H is. Like, nobody would have thought Triple H would let that shit go through, which I sure as fuck didn't. Unless he didn't really know about it. But then again, he is the main dude in charge now. So
right. He is, because Vince McMahon is hiding under a rock somewhere so he doesn't have to go to prison. You already know.
He just wrecked his fucking car the other day. He hit a woman doing like fucking 80 miles an hour.
Oh, shit. He must have been banging somebody's wife and the husband came home.
He's probably shitting on them from what they're saying. Yeah.
What?
One of the females that told him that he shit on her head.
What?
And had toys.
Did he pay her handsomely is the question.
And then there's another one that apparently said he forced her or made her do it in front of a bunch of people and all kinds of shit. So there's a whole lot of shit going on with Vince McMahon there. Yep. I don't like talking about that shit. It pisses me off every time I think about it.
You know we love our horror around here. We watch some pretty gruesome things. We love that shit. But damn it, the thought of Vince McMahon taking a shit on some poor lady's head makes me want to vomit. That's like the only and you can't shock me. You know what I'm saying? Because we all watch some of the most, you know what I'm saying? Extreme shit. And this motherfucker is shitting on somebody's head. Fuck that shit. And by the way, thank you to the Unholy Liba. I get where you're going with that cosplayer. Thank you. She happens to, or he or she happens to love my Baphomet tapestry. I have all kinds of satanic regalia behind me. It's my life. It's my spirituality. It's the only church I'll ever go to. But seriously though, that is fucked up. You know what I mean? Just all the way around. And I hope Triple H really thinks about this when he gets taken to court.
There's so much shit going on about that man right now. There's new accusations coming. Oh shit, no. Vince.
Oh, I was gonna say, fuck that.
No. As far as I know, Triple H is clean as far as I know, but
he's cheated on Stephanie a few times. That's been documented. You know what I'm saying? He's no fucking different than Vince McMahon in my eyes, because you're working with certain people, wrestlers of female talent, and he got caught, dipping his hand in the cookie jar a few times. Well, hopefully he don't do that no more. But damn it, don't you dare tell one of your wrestlers to go out in the midst of Birmingham, England, that packed out that fucking place to see Monday Night Raw, and you say some shit about our beloved Ozzy. Fuck you.
I'm like you. I'm not inciting violence for no reason. I'm not telling nobody to do that, but I'm surprised they didn't fuck that shit up. I know if I was drunk,
you weren't there.
Drunk enough and I was there, I would have threw some shit.
We weren't there, and I don't think that they're going to tell you that they pelted the motherfucking you know what I'm saying? That they didn't pelt that motherfucking stadium. For real. Me, I would have ran up there and fucking shoved whatever microphone, anything I could find off that hot box, and tell her to go fuck herself for the rest of the evening. So shame on you, WWE. I hope you either learn from your mistake or make it the fuck right.
Yeah.
Gets my goat, literally.
I don't know. I'm gonna let you bring up the next one before I get to start talking about one of the things. So see if it's the one you're talking about or not. I have more to add to it.
Ooh, I might have missed this. What's next on the plate there?
Are we doing Cradle now?
Oh, oh man, this one's gonna take a minute too. Holy fuck. Ah, shit. Yeah, you can go ahead and kick us off on this one. I caught that shit as it was happening, and I felt like I was getting it in real time.
Yeah, I seen where Zoe had posted that she was leaving with her personal reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I just put two and two together in my head that her and dude just got married. She's pregnant. That's the reason she's leaving.
Right.
Turn to find out there's more to it than that. Yeah, they're trying to say that Danny is this awful person and they was only making X amount of dollars a year. Now that she left, the guitar player had said he was going to finish out the South American tour, then he was going to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up backtracking on his words, making a post that he was going to leave before it or something, and Danny fired his ass on the spot. Well, that's what we've been hearing for the past few days out of him. I cannot say his name. I can't remember if it's Ashoka, ever how he is.
Ashok.
Ashok.
Yeah.
Well, him and her have been posting their side of the story. We pretty much got Danny's side of the story today. Apparently, from what Danny's saying, the contract that she posted was not a set in stone contract. It was a base contract to get them in the door that they could build off of.
Right.
She had asked for an advance or a pay raise a few months ago or a few weeks ago. Well, that was approved almost immediately. So they're trying to figure out where everything's coming. Fast forward to when they get to South America. Apparently, Ahsoka, Zoe had gotten drunk and ended up fighting outside of a hotel in front of fans,
which you never want to do.
And it's just like a whole shit show. Danny has pretty much cleared up his side of it with bringing out what he has said. But if he needs to post a little bit more for everybody to have a clean cut case that he's not
the monster that they're saying he is.
He needs to post a little bit more proof. Is it going to make me not want to support Cradle? No. Because at this point, if you're a Cradle of Filth fan, you're used to either a keyboardist or a guitar player coming and going. And my point of the view on the contract is you knew what you signed up for when you signed up for it. Don't be getting pissy and trying to go off the rails and defame somebody because you didn't get shit exactly how you wanted it.
Well, and that's, I think, the easiest cop out for bandmates that are going to literally, physically, mind you, physically and verbally fight in the view of the public, especially in the view of the band.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, the fans. So you have no recourse there. You have literally stepped out as somebody that can't handle a little inner turmoil, between yourself and the guitarist of fucking Cradle of Filth. Well, think about where you were at. Think about how many vocalists would wish that they were in her position.
Well, her and the guitarist are married. The keyboardist and the guitarist. Yeah, they're married.
Oh shit! Oh, okay.
So, and Danny had said that there's been like they have been starting drama here past little while as well, but I don't. At the moment, I'm not going to take sides from anybody. Am I going to still listen to the Cradle of Filth and support Danny? Yes, I am. If
at
what
the end of the day, Danny's been there the longest.
They're trying to say it's all about Danny. Danny gets the most money. Yes, Danny created Cradle of Filth. He's going to get royalties. He's going to get this. He's going to get that. But it can be split between the members. But I don't think, personally for me, if you step into a band X amount of years after it started, those first albums that you wasn't on, your ass shouldn't be getting royalties off that. You was not part of that. Your royalties start on the album that you start on.
No, that's absolutely 1,000%.
That's how I see it.
Contractually.
Now, I don't know if she was trying to get royalties off the other albums. I'm not saying that, but Danny's going to be making more money.
She's only talking about what she's been being paid in order to tour.
From what they're saying, they was only making $25,000 a year by touring. Yeah, that's what they're trying to say.
25,000.
Yeah. Which Danny addresses that. If y'all want to go read the last post that was on the actual Cradle's website, or not website, but Facebook, it's that damn long of a read, and he posts screenshots where somebody was talking to Ashoka and all kinds of shit. But Daz, for far as their management, as part of their management, they brought him in it too. Was talking shit, saying he was trained by the devil, Sharon Osbourne, and all kinds of shit. Yeah, that's what I was like. I'm gonna add to it. Go look at that screenshot. I sent it. Did you send the screenshot yet?
I took some screenshots of what he had put on Instagram.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's partially.
He just posted two pictures with it, but
it says, firstly, the contract in question. This is not a contract that was ever expected to be signed as is, but was the initial framework to build from. I will expand on this further, but I do see that one of the main reasons we are having this situation is because of miscommunication regarding the nature of the contract and what was expected of the parties receiving it. I mean, they go into great detail here.
And
it's pretty deep. But he's saying during those first days, heavy drinking, escalating arguments, and repeated public disputes created a very disruptive atmosphere for everyone involved. I mean, hello. I have to say right there, well, Danny didn't make them fight. Right?
Apparently, she was telling the fans to fuck off too. To be honest, that's another thing that was in there. But
well, were the fans shitting on her because they liked her predecessor better? I mean, as a singer, as a musician, especially in a staple band, this band has been around for almost 40 years now.
This is a direct quote from. I'm assuming this is Danny talking about this because he's the only other person that would be involved.
That's right.
It said yes, it was a shitty contract, but one that was put forward to help further dialogue with two members that had been causing a lot of drama behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Started from a harmless and well-reasoned email from Zoe asking for a pay raise for the band, which was approved within days without any pushback. Zoe's communication continued to get ruder and ruder to escalate to a more threatening depth for seemingly no reason, especially considering her original request was approved from the get-go. But then there's another part in it. They was talking about the band's pay raise was going to happen, and they still submitted that they was going to leave. So they said they see no reason to get lawyers involved to even go forward with it if it was just going to be chunked away regardless.
Mm.
So it's just a whole shit show. I mean,
who would have saw this coming though? But then again, maybe they shouldn't have hired the guitar player's wife as the vocalist.
Yeah.
Especially if they had spent time, and you can't tell me that when the band gets together that, you know, people's wives are their girlfriends, whatever the fuck.
I don't know if I froze or if Reaper froze. Well, shit. All right. Morty, if you can hear me, comment in the comments on there so I can see if it's both of us or just him. All right. Thank y'all. But I'm going to continue on until he comes back. It's just a whole shit show right now because.
Hello.
I had just sent it. I just told Mortimer to send a comment and tell us if it was both of us that froze or if it was just you. And I was like, wait a minute.
Did you not see that? There were two of me.
I did. I was like, what? Thank y'all. I was looking in the comments. Thank y'all.
I am magical.
That shit echoed so fucking bad.
Goodness. Wasn't that awesome? It's like, and I've come for all of you.
And there's another thing that's added in there.
I don't know what happened, folks. You know, it's Plattsmouth, Nebraska. That's all I have to say.
Difficult.
The internet around here is really interesting sometimes. So welcome myself back. But yeah, I couldn't think of one of the worst situations to happen to a band that is,
but
I mean, household name as far as goth and black metal.
See, what gets me is like, even though she shit talked Danny, and he kind of, and Ashok said his shit too, and Danny even goes in this and says, in Zoe's defense, I do account her outburst on the fact that we had barely 11 hours of sleep in 4 days. But again, I don't think that's a worthy excuse. He said the next morning, which was a very early lobby call, Ashok was clearly still drunk, and again, the two of them argued heavily at the airport, resulting in Zoe deciding to leave the tour and book a flight to Arizona, citing Ashok's alcoholism and partying by text. Ashok remained as a courtesy to the band, and as testified by several people, stipulated that his marriage was not working out. That, however, is none of my business.
Right.
But
But at least, there was attention, called to that.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was an intervention at some point. And when you have as many band members, I think it's 6 people. One crack in that armor, it's gonna make for a bad fucking show.
And I'm not trying to
want those shows to go bad, especially with a band like this.
Again, I'm not shit talking Danny. I'm not shit talking Zoe or talking none of them. Like that, it's an inner quarrel that's just happened to one of the bigger bands that we're all friends with, or not friends, but fans of. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna have our own opinions, but
we can see what we can see. You know what I'm saying? It's how it looks. It's the info that we have. We weren't there. We didn't see it. But I guarantee any fan that saw shit happening in public, because when you're drunk in public and your shit gets away from you, as it were, they're gonna remember that and they're gonna tell people for sure. But it's sad to see that kind of turmoil happen to a huge band like Cradle of Fucking Filth. We love them. Classic black metal records. We, and regardless of what's going on with them right now, we still love them. We're always going to support them.
And she's talented. She's amazing vocalist. She's a good keyboardist. And Asaka is a good guitar player. He stepped in and filled every bit of the shoes he was put in. It's just one of them unfortunate fucking things, which Danny did state that between paying wages and keeping a tour going, it's over $200,000 on most tours.
Oh, easily. And that's like probably on the small side, right?
Well, he said it cost nearly $200,000 in just expenses and wages alone. So you got to think that's not paying for flights or like any other thing to set up the venue shit, anything like that too. So,
well, sure, and you have venues raping you for all of your merch costs, as well. They're taking their 25%. So all the way around, it's tough to be as big of a band as Cradle of Filth is and still be able to pay all your people. Now, obviously they've been on bigger tours before, bigger festivals. So if this particular tour, people are not, some of the costs have to cut back. They knew that shit ahead of time. Don't fucking tell me that that's not the truth. They had to have known. So however the contract was, especially with her coming in as a new keyboardist vocalist, it kind of looks as it looks. We don't know for sure, but we will keep you updated on the story as it unfolds. It's kind of crazy. But on the lighter side of metal, Gojira's new album will arrive in 2026. Yes.
Yeah, there's another one I was going to talk about too, but you just reminded me and I forgot who the fuck it was, so I'm going to look it up real quick.
Gojira has had one of the most metal romantic careers that I could ever imagine. They played the Olympics, for fuck's sake. They have really been keeping metal going all over the world. They are very much an extreme metal band, and I am so excited to see what they do next. And now we know that they have an album coming out in 2026. So I wanted to make sure that we noted that, because if you are a good fan, I can only imagine what this next effort is going to be like.
It's definitely going to be up there. Like, they definitely have their own, I'd say, style, I guess you could say. But
very intricate. I mean, obviously very djenty for those of you that are djent fans. Not to be confused with Meshuggah, but they are definitely kind of like in the realm of each other. aggressive vocals. But at the end of the day, watching them play at Back to the Beginning showed exactly why they belonged there.
Oh yeah, yes.
Dude, I was fucking rocking out when they took the stage.
The only thing I have about them is I know it's kind of like their thing. I wish they would turn their vocals up just a little bit. Usually their music's a little bit louder than their vocals. Let's bring the vocals up a little bit. You'd have a way better concert, but they're still good.
Well, and guess what? That also comes down to the person mixing.
Yeah.
Now, if they told that individual to turn the vocals down, bring the music up, then that's one thing. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? If the engineer thinks that the mic's too hot and this is a screaming band, which very much is, much like Lamb of God, who kicked off the morning of that show. You think they would have compensated for that? I'm not sure why his vocals were down, because if you caught the amazing performance at the Olympics last year, everything was very good. The vocals were very much out in the fray.
Yeah. The other band that has an album coming this year, it's coming out in October. I was going to mention it comes out October 24th. It's Soulfly.
Yeah, I am so glad to see Max Cavalera and the boys go back to Soulfly.
It's coming out on Nuclear Blast Records. So,
oh man, even better. That means it's going to be super well produced. It's going to be heavy as fuck.
There's a single out called "Storm the Gates." I couldn't remember the name of the damn song. I was like, what was it? I knew it started with an S, so I had to look it up.
Let me see if I can find it.
I haven't listened to it either. I knew they had the album coming, and I knew, I had to remember, I was like, it's a band that starts with an S. Why can't I remember? So I had to look it up.
Storm the what?
Storm the Gates. It's off, the album is going to be called Chama, Chama, I'm assuming.
Gotcha. All right. Well, we're going to do this in real time. Because I get to do that shit. We're going to check a little bit of this out right now on YouTube.
What's that?
Here we go. Fuck yeah.
Still got that badass tribal element. I fucking love it.
Oh my goodness. He'll never lose that. That's what makes Soulfly as extreme and passionate as they are hardcore bands. Do you see his face on the $100 bill?
Yep.
Oh man, that is true motherfucking Soulfly right there. And we did it live for you guys.
That was the first time I've heard it. So y'all got my legit reaction as it happened.
Same.
I haven't heard
that
it
was
yet.
The first time I heard it too. And I'm sitting here going, look at Max, man. Dude's in his motherfucking 50s, approaching 60, and still telling you to fight the power.
And then that early
Cavalera form, man.
That little early Sepultura feeling right there, it kicked in just a little bit.
You can definitely tell that there's a new drummer. And he's got some double bass ability, which is awesome. I mean, we wish that, you know, Igor could have came around, you know, for this effort, but man, that fucking 3-string guitar, love it in full effect, chunky riffs as you could expect from Soulfly. I know for a fact that I'll be jamming this one every day.
Yeah.
Very anthemic. We love that shit. And Max is prolific for doing that. It's good to see that, you know, a lot of our favorite artists are still bringing the pain like no other. Because when you said Soulfly's got a new one, I said, what? I thought the Calavera brothers, you know, for whatever 5 years, you know.
Yeah. See, I'd seen it earlier, and I was like, we're gonna mention it tonight or not, but I went ahead and just did it. There's There's something else that was put out. I want to get your opinion on.
Sure.
Everybody in our group loves Manson. We're always gonna love Marilyn Manson
okay.
until we get some definitive proof that he's a shit person. We're always gonna love Manson.
Oh
but,
no!
Wow. Oh no, it's nothing. It's not. He hasn't done nothing. That's not what we're talking about. It's not about the other accusations. But
Okay.
How do you feel? How do you feel about Aaron Lewis defending Marilyn Manson?
How did you know I already had that?
Did you? Like, oh shit! I didn't know you had it. Like
that's why we're the demonic duo, brother. Of course.
I don't know how to feel about
this. On Friendship with Marilyn Manson says Marilyn Manson is a genius. Now,
he said he's like an evil genius too, is what he said.
I mean, first of all, the last thing that Marilyn Manson needs is that piece of shit saying anything about him. Period.
For some reason, never in a million years, I would never put Aaron Lewis and Marilyn Manson in the same fucking place. Like, I love old Stains. Like, I love the Stains original shit. But I'm like, where the fuck is the connection here? Like, what the fuck?
Now, let's think about this for a second. We're talking about one of the most hated guys in country music right now, because that's pretty much what he's been doing all this time, because Stained is like a stain in history. So I kind of think this might be a really shitty
attention grab
to try to get some attention thrown his way, so people might start listening to him. As you know, Aaron Lewis backs everything that sucks. We're just going to leave it at that.
Which he's been touring with Stained again, but like I don't
think there is a legit connection there, because obviously you don't see Marilyn Manson corroborating anything that this guy has said, and rightfully so, because Manson, you're doing phenomenal, man. You've had a tour like no other, the comeback of the century, from such things, and now you have this asshole over to the other side trying to be like, yo, you know, you're fucking amazing and you're my buddy. He's not going to corroborate that. And I don't think they truly are friends. I'm telling you right now. I don't think they are. I don't
I don't
believe
know. When I read it earlier, I was like, what in the fuck do these two have in common? Like, I'm sure Manson's
zero.
friends.
Literally zero. They have nothing.
I'm sure Manson's friends with a lot of people. Don't get me wrong, but I'm like, where the fuck did this come from?
Could you really see Marilyn Manson though, like saying, "Hey, look at my buddy here, Aaron Lewis."
No, but there's been stranger shit happen. So at this point, I think anything's possible.
This is true. This is true. But I mean, this is Marilyn Manson's comeback. So why would he want to be linked to such a hated performer that can't perform outside of what, 4 states? Basically.
I don't know.
I wouldn't.
I was confused as shit. I'm like, what? Why are you tagging the word? I mean, why are you going to throw the word evil into it? Like,
because he's a dumbass.
That's what kind of threw me off. You know how much stigma that Manson has behind him for people and shit. And you're going to throw the one fucking word that sets everybody in the goddamn Bible Belt off.
Right.
When you're trying to praise somebody. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, it might have been taken out of context. That's a possibility.
I may be taking it completely wrong. I'm not saying I'm right by any means. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Well, I think he kind of said that in a way that would say somebody who has went through what Manson has gone through and to come back triumphant after such things, that he must be an evil genius. Because Aaron Lewis is only really well known for his bullshit political antics and things that he says. And I'm telling you right now, they are not friends. I don't believe they are friends. And I'm pretty sure that Marilyn Manson's like, nice try to use my name to get light on you.
I would hope so. That's
here's another thing that's very, very indicative of Tracks of the Damned, going all the way back 4 years ago when I started the show. Some of these writers like to try to take one thing and try to make somebody else look like shit.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't put it past them either to even write about that. They're like, ooh, this could be blown up into a controversy. This could be blown up and get my name out there because I'm little Joey Schmo motherfucking dumbass who doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground with, probably, I don't know, some pool on his ass. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get that 5 minutes of fame. Like, hey, look at me. I uncovered something. Bullshit. Fuck that bullshit. I think it's probably bad both on the writer and Aaron Lewis to even put Marilyn Manson's name in his mouth. So stop that shit. Don't try to get in front of something that is actually really beautiful, because I'm happy for the success of Marilyn Manson's current tour and his album. Who else? You know what I'm saying? That has been through, I mean, Ozzy's been through like a lot of similar things, but Manson has really been stamped into the motherfucking ground, with the things that he's been through. And here he is doing fucking phenomenal. Fuck Aaron Lewis. Where did this little pissant come from? Fuck you. You're a Taco Bell shit at best. That's what I have to say about that guy.
Manson's been catching shit for the last 30 fucking years, man.
Oh my God. He's in his 50s too. And it's like, come on, man.
And you can't fucking tell it. No, now you can't tell it. I mean, when he was full of addiction and other things, yeah. You could tell he was at that age was hitting him. But once he straightened up, he's like he's back to his old self. And this is not going to be anywhere near metal. This is the farthest thing you can get from metal. But I seen a fucking picture and video of Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance earlier, and that son bitch looks like he's turned back fucking time. Last picture I seen to him, he was gray haired and gray beard, and this motherfucker looks like he stepped out of the early 2000s. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all taking?
And then Fred Durst all of a sudden comes out looking like Grandfather Time. Explain that
You
shit.
Is Fred Durst an asshole? Yes, but you've got to give it to that dude. He knows how to get a fucking crowd going.
Oh, well, sure. I mean, and that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
If you fall to the swine. I'm sorry. It really wrenched my stomach that he did a version of Changes for the Back to the Beginning. I'm sorry. There was no reason to do that. Let Youngblood do his thing, and let's talk about that for a second. Fucking Youngblood, man.
I think he's killing it.
I think he's absolutely killing it, and he has definitely garnered a place in America now because there are probably way more Americans listening to Youngblood today because Ozzy had given his blessing, his torch, because he sees something in that young man.
He said he's seen himself in it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly fucking right. Right there. And Youngblood is multi-talented. Some of
his other style music, like his earlier shit, no, I'm not a fan of it because it's got that hip-hopish, rapish flavor to it, and that's just not my thing. But now that he's evolving and he's getting that more of that punk rock style that he's got going on, he's actually really fucking good at it. And that's the reason he wears pink socks is a fucking homage to one of the early punk singers. And he'll tell you that shit. So, yeah, he's evolving. You got to let people evolve. You can't just automatically look at him and say, hey, no, he's shit. You can't do that. You're never going to experience anything new or learn or find new music doing that shit.
Well, and I think he's really, really taken to heart you know, what Ozzy has said to him. And, you know, I mean, as a young kid, especially in today's world, that kind of rappy whatever shit was a way to get started. But now he's at a point, I feel that he can finally let his influences out. And I think people will enjoy it.
Yeah. They've got, I hate saying this because it's a major thing in the fucking metal world. It always has been. It's always will be. And there's no way gonna get around it. But you got to stop fucking gatekeeping every goddamn thing.
Oh, that's for damn sure.
It's got to be, I mean, and I love, I've said this before. I love different genres of metal. I'm not just dead set on one. If I had to pick one, I'm gonna be black metal and deathcore. That's my shit. I feel like they kind of go together. That's just me. But there's nothing wrong with people liking bands like Bullet for My Valentine or Trivium or Killswitch Engage. They're just as metal as everybody else, too. They just have a different fucking flair to them as this side does. You got to realize.
Damn. I can't remember what the hell picture it was that I had come across the other day, but it literally was a photo. I think it had Ozzy's like silhouette, but there was literally every sect of metal, every subgenre in metal, and where it all ties to. So sure, you know, sometimes we want a little bit more of a chill vibe. Maybe we want a little bit more of a spacey vibe. Maybe we want that extreme, you know, chopping bodies up and all that shit. And then the next moment we want to, you know, step into the realm of fantasy with your, you know, power metal and, boy, let's face it, black metal as well. It takes us to another world. Ronnie James Dio was like one of the biggest guys to ever do it. And we totally did get catapulted to another world. So, you know, there's that's why we have all these flavors. But at the end of the day, it unites us all as metalheads.
Yeah. That's one thing I can never get through my fucking head. Why do people want to, we're all metalheads. Why the fuck do you want to judge somebody that's into the same shit you are just because they like one band you fucking don't?
They're like, oh, you ain't heavy enough, man. You know? I don't know. You know,
But
I think
that,
go for it.
just speaking on that note, there was an interview done with rockcelebrities.com. It's the guitar player from Lorna Shore. And
Oh shit! All right.
man, yeah.
That should be good.
Do what?
I said this should be good.
What do you think? Oh yeah, this was one that I wanted to just bring up and we talk about. But Lorna Shore guitarist says he's fed up with pop-driven metal and explains what their plan is to save the genre. What is your take on those words?
Pop-driven metal. I wonder.
He's talking about
the what?
He's talking about how more the bands are leaning toward that more poppy, like that more pop music style feeling with their metal instead of just being brutal and the way metal should be.
You know how I feel. Metal does not have to be extreme to be good. There are multiple levels of heavy, but you can definitely tell who your weak bands are. And they are the ones that are basically, I guess you could say, trying to grab. I don't know, people that don't normally listen to metal. But it's almost like a catch-22 because you have a band, let's say like Sleep Token, who's probably the most poppy version of metal at the moment.
Yeah, them and Ghost. I don't know. Ghost feels beat to me.
Them and Ghost, for sure.
I can't help it. I love Ghost, but they feel. Yeah.
You're not looking at a band that is wearing, flip-flops and, saggy pants and, everything that you would expect from a pop act, really, or a hip-hop act at that point. Hip-hop is hip-hop. It's its own thing. You know what I'm saying? And good for them because there's some good stuff. But when it comes to metal, I think you can grab the other side without selling yourself out. And I don't feel like Ghost ever set out to sell themselves out one iota. I really don't. It's just that.
And that's kind of what he goes on to talk about.
Okay. Do I feel those bands
he says
upped? No, I don't think they do. As long as they're putting out good music.
He says that what for him is their newest song, Prison of Flesh, serves as a direct response to what he perceives as an overly commercialized state of modern metal. And he feels like it's too commercialized. And then
okay.
He says that when he was when they was going to write that it was a direct response to the current state of metal. I think about this moment, and we were having a writing session with our producer just to kind of start the process. And I remember we had dropped a rental car off. We had like an hour drive, and I was like, let's just listen to what Spotify feels is kick-ass metal.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, let me see how kick-ass this metal genre is. And I listened to it, and I'm like, nothing excites me. The guitarist described his disappointment with a homogenized sound and he encountered with streaming platforms. It all felt very the same and didn't feel extreme. When I think of a metal band, I think of like over the top, extreme, like almost as hard to hear and a like scary in a sense. And I'm listening to everything and I feel like everything is like pop with the context of metal.
Interesting. Does anyone remember the 80s?
Yeah, I think that's where like I kind of feel what he's saying though. Even in
I do.
and
No, I see
and
what
that's the reason I thought about it so much. I'm like, and I didn't want to be just one of those people like everything's just too bland. It doesn't have that umph behind it anymore.
I feel
And
that in certain bands. Sure,
yeah,
absolutely. I
and I
felt
feel
it.
like that's
I felt it in the 80s when Poison and Warrant,
yeah,
Def
and
Leppard, and all of them guys who were lumped into metal, but they actually weren't. They would be
that's
more considered on the like hard rock, tip. So there are bands today that definitely, like I said, I don't think they are metal to the core. Do they have moments of metal? Sure. Um,
yeah.
but taking Ozzy for instance, though, would would that guitarist ever say that Ozzy didn't belong with Patient Number 9?
No, I don't think it because that's
No,
still
no, I don't think so. But I
yeah,
think what he's
'cause
saying
it's
is
still
that the youth coming up, some of them, yeah,
yeah.
they black balls, and I think that's because they're trying to revive that hair metal kind of feel.
For me. I feel like it's everybody has somebody that influences them in their life, like vocally,
Absolutely.
guitar, drummer. I feel like a lot of bands that's coming up and a lot of bands that's in the realm right now are just figuring out they're copying the homework but just changing the answers a little bit.
Sure.
You see what I'm saying? It's the same shit over and over and over, and I've been noticing it for a while, and it's just I'm just hoping that like they said, there's people that figures out a way, they branch out, they become their own thing. I mean,
Mhm.
obviously, you can tell Will had a very like you can feel like he has Infinite Annihilator and people like that vocal influences, especially early. But you can see he's also taking his vocals and evolving it into his own thing too, with the goblins and the goblin growls and everything else. So
Mhm.
I kind of can see both ways of it. The
I
way
do.
that yeah, I just want to
I
get
think
your
I think in one way, your sleep token, your ghost is a good
yeah
thing because they are the gateway drug to a whole new world of metal that they
yeah
probably don't even know exists. And that's great because I think that's going to help further and continue metal on its path. Because what have we seen just in the last 10 years? We've seen extreme metal get just as big as it ever could possibly, black metal get
yeah
as big as it possibly can, because for so long it was underground, and now they're able, shit, 20 years later, you know doing big things, and we love that. But we also love diversification as well. I don't
yeah
even think that's a word, but the fact that metal is so diversified these days, there's a flavor for everyone. So if this band shows up on this festival, much like the one that you and I are going to be a part of and sponsoring this year in October, Tennessee Metal Devastation Fest, there's going to be bands on there that somebody already knows but didn't know about the other 10, and
yeah.
they may become fans of those.
There's
So I think it's good and bad at the same time.
there's gonna be some band. There's some heavy fucking hitters on that
There
festival.
is. Yeah.
Holy shit, Filth
Right.
and East of Eden and all those. That's two right off the top. Or Lacinia Row.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nastiness. That's the top three. That's three that I'm excited to see. Filth is gonna Filth is gonna show up and show out. But
Well, of course. Well, and that's what I'm trying to say. I don't feel like, obviously there are some bands that are classified as metal, but yet they are way more poppy. They show out as, being very fake, like, oh, we're using this tuning on purpose, and we're going to throw in this scream here, that scream there. That's fine. We know them to be ousted. You know what I mean? Because nobody bought when Machine Gun Kelly suddenly turned punk. Nobody bought that shit. They knew exactly what he was doing. He was full of shit. So some of those bands, I think, maybe they're somewhat popular now, but they may not be. Do they have the longevity? Probably not. And that's what true metal is, longevity.
Going back to the interview, there's like one thing that was posted in here that I really love that they said. It says Dina D'Amico's critique comes at a time when the band is preparing to release new material that reflects their commitment to the extreme metal roots. And like putting that in there, I feel like they're going back to doing their homework. They're looking at old style metal. They're bringing it into the new era of extreme metal. That just makes me feel like maybe they're the I guess the way to break the mold to say they're the band that's going to help future bands evolve. And I have high hopes for that because I'm a Lord of my shit, but
of course, man. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. And I think they will continue to inspire because we don't want to see another band like Metallica go from these amazing, groundbreaking albums to suddenly petering out and really kind of like detracting from what they set out to do. We don't want to see that again. And let's face it, we kind of saw that with Slipknot, unfortunately, in the later part of their career.
I want to go back and tell my preteen and my teenage self, I want to look at him and say, Slipknot is not the heaviest fucking band around. Do your homework. I want to go back and do. Because at that time, I'd heard the first self-titled, then I heard Iowa. I'm like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Then,
but across the pond, black metal was doing such incredible things. And that's kind of the cool part about it. And I don't feel like black metal, is still underground anymore. It's not. And a lot of those bands are starting to see a bigger demand, over here than just their European consorts.
Black metal isn't underground anymore, but the best black metal bands are the underground bands.
Always.
That's just how it is. Like, you're being mainstream's fun and all, but I feel like most
never going to be mainstream. Let's face it, they're not going to be mainstream.
I feel like when most bands hit that mainstream status, they lose their drive or their hunt for what they're looking for.
Sure, because they're living a little bit more plushly, so the passion kind of gets a little bit less. But you know what, though? Again, at the end of the day, your blueprint should be Ozzy Osbourne, because no matter how much lavish living he did as a solo artist, he never lost that passion.
No, just go back and watch interviews of him. Watch the Osbourne. You'll see him when he goes to the stage. You see everything about him.
Guys, it's like no matter how much money, and he's worth a fuck boatload. Fuck, I couldn't even spend it in 3 lifetimes. But for real though, the man never sacrificed his art, no matter how much money he made.
No, right.
So that is our lasting message for all you metalheads out there and you would-be underground bands that are out there in the trenches like I was 20, 30 years ago. Fuck, I'm old. Never compromise your passion for metal music. No matter which end of the spectrum you're on. It doesn't matter if you're a doom metal band, a stoner band, whatever, alternative metal, extreme metal, death metal, all the ones, the ones. Don't ever compromise, because at the end of the day, that is what really echoes in eternity when it comes to metal. I mean, you never saw King Diamond go pop, you know, and he never screamed a day in his life, right? But he never changed his style. And a lot of other bands too. The biggest longevity. They've never changed the formula because they refused to conform to what is popular. But that's what grows like wildfire in the underground. And there's a lot of very exciting bands like Black Braid. We were just talking about them last week.
I've still been listening to that album.
Yeah, a one-man solo project that is fucking destroying. Because that is true passion. Who would have ever thought, in our time, that we would have a Native American black metal? I think it's fucking fantastic. And all the elements are there, and it's kick-ass music. So at the end of the day, don't limit yourselves to one thing. Metal has so many, it's kind of like Hellraiser, so many sights to show you within metal. It's true. Every door that you can open is something new. Some shit will resonate with you, and there'll be some bands that won't. Like, I've been listening to a lot of fucking Alice in Chains, and I'm an extreme metal, black metal, death metal, doom metal fan, like, to the but I'm listening to Alice in Chains this week. You know what I'm saying? Because let's face it, there's a lot of different areas of metal to check out.
Y'all know my metal card, but I've been listening to fucking Falling in Reverse and Marilyn Manson today. So there you go.
I can't get behind Falling in Reverse because
I don't like Ronnie Radke. I don't like.
And that, unfortunately, is enough for me. I never cared for their music.
I
That is a
don't like
band that started out as a like a pop punk act, and now they think they're hard. Sorry, Slaughter to Prevail all day.
I don't like Ronnie Radke. I don't like Falling in Reverse, but I gave that song with Manson on it a chance, and that one fucking song, people. I'm not saying their whole goddamn discography. I'm saying one song. It's actually okay, but it's mainly Manson's part in it that makes it better.
I was gonna say, if I even think to listen to that, it's because of Manson. Because for the longest time, you saw it in metal headlines every fucking week. He's in this beef with this guy.
He's a douchebag.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's a fucking jerk off. He pisses everybody off.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you like what you like, please enjoy it. Because again, some of these bands can link you to other forms of metal that you didn't know existed.
I'm saying I'm not gatekeeping. I'm not gatekeeping on Falling in Reverse. They're just not my cup of tea. They could be y'all's all damn day long, just not mine.
You're so damn funny. She says, "LOL." It's okay to admit it. We won't judge you.
I really don't like them. I don't know. It popped up on my phone earlier, like at work. I had my earbuds in. It come on, like, well, fuck it. I'm just gonna give it a chance. And it was honestly, it's okay. It's got that. I think it's more of the Manson and the dark element that's in the song that pulled me to it more than anything. But yeah.
That is what we call in the business a cash grab.
Yeah.
Because they knew that if Marilyn Manson would come on and do guest vocals, that they're gonna get a lot of views. Whatever.
If y'all want to hear some brutal shit, go to YouTube. Look up a band called Fruity, F-U-R-E-T-Y, and look up a song called "Mauled by Man." That is my new song for the week for y'all to listen to. So it's called "Mauled by Man" by Fruity.
And I urge you all to definitely go out and check some more Cannon Faber, as there are so many. I'm still discovering new favorites.
Fucking killer.
That German metal band. They are fucking a phenomenal band. I love every minute of it. So if you want something a bit darker, a bit more stompy, anthemic, with it like extreme metal put in there. Definitely check some more of them out if you have not already. But at the end of the day, stay metal, stay true to yourself, but don't limit yourself to just one thing. Metal has so much to offer. And always stay heavy.
Thank you for joining us on Ringro's Underground. Stay tuned for more from Black